Hey everybody, it's me, Tiffany Gibbs. So today on this video, as you see in the title, this is actually a story time video. So on my Facebook page, I have made a few, I think maybe a couple story time posts, not videos, but just regular Facebook statuses. And so I decided, since I'll be making videos more often, I'll actually do a video instead. So yeah, so basically today's topic is going to be regards the time that I stopped reading books. Now, when it comes to people who know me, like even if it's just through my social media pages, you know that I am the quote unquote hashtag reader babe. Actually, I have a website where I have a whole merchandise line tailored to people and women who love to read. It's readerbabe.com. So yeah, I have always been an avid reader. I love reading. I'll even probably post a few videos in the future regards different book reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, so there was a specific time where it was actually a few years I just stopped reading books altogether. Now, for people who don't read books, obviously you're not going to think anything of it because you don't read books. So this is probably not the video for you. But if you are, then there's actually a depth to this. On my Facebook page today, I actually posted something regards my Saturn return. For people who are into astrology, that's essentially where every 7 years, the planet Saturn, when it comes around in your natal chart, you tend to have monumental events and things that are transformative, if you will. So anyhow, so when it comes to myself, just a little background. So I was raised in a religion, Jehovah's Witnesses, and it's a very studious way of life. Like it's a ton, like we have like 3-4 meetings a week that you have to study and prepare for. And not only that, but you also are encouraged to participate in the meetings where you are given a microphone to actually give comments and participate in the discussion about whatever publication was being studied and discussed. So growing up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I was constantly reading, and being that I'm just naturally into like learning the depths of different things that I'm passionate about, which happens to be very spiritual related, religious related. It wasn't too much of an issue for me because I would just study for countless hours, and being that I had to actually be able to preach and minister and study the Bible, conduct Bible studies with people. It was conducive for that. So for years, I was always studying things on a consistent basis, aside from, of course, when I was in school, public school, or in homeschool for myself. So yeah, there came a point in my late 20s. This is actually when I became single again, or I left my marriage, if you will. And essentially that was a monumental point for me because at that point I dropped everything. Not only did I leave my now ex-husband, but I dropped all of religion. So that consisted of the whole lifestyle of constantly reading and studying and being programmed to believe and conduct myself a certain way based on that programming, if you will. And this is by no means to bash that, sector of Christianity or anything like that. It's just basically I'm sharing my truth and my experience. So anyhow, yeah, I stopped all of it because at that point in my life, it was such basically like a whole destruction, back to ground zero, just starting fresh as far as on all planes. And so I gave myself that time to just crowd out everything as far as what everybody else wanted me to do so that I could get in tune with my own inner voice, And I'm sure somebody watching this can relate to the fact of, after being programmed for all of or most of your life to be told how to do this and why to do this, and, feeling like you're just put in a box and you're forced to be in there because that's what you were told to do. So that's all you know to do. So at that point, yeah, I just needed to just quiet everything so that I could just focus in on what resonates with Tiffany, right? So in those years, it had to have been, I want to say like maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 years, maybe three. But yeah, I just stopped reading books. I stopped reading anything that, because see, in my mind, it was a situation of basically, to me, books, well, I mean, it's not just to me. Essentially, books are filled with other people's ideas. And even if I resonated with it, I wanted to once again get back in tune, or to essentially get in tune, because I don't really think I was, except maybe when I was like little. But even then, you're being forced and programmed into being and thinking a certain way, and basically crowding out your own intuition and things like that. So it worked in my favor because I was getting a lot of downloads, spiritual downloads. And by me not reading other books and things like that and other people's understanding of things, I was able to, to hear my own voice and to be able to actually take in the downloads directly versus me feeling like I needed to look outside of myself in order to gain more understanding. Now, granted, there was a certain time in that process when I was having spiritual ascensions that, I was looking online for like different articles and things that could give me some sense of clarity and normalcy based on the things that I was, that were coming to me, if you will. So there was that, but essentially I just stopped. I stopped all of it because I needed that time to just silence everything. And it was a total spiritual solitude in the sense of I was not trying to take in what anybody else thought. And I was, getting back to learning how to listen to my own voice, and everything that did come to me, I was basically my own soundboard, if you will, when it came to analyzing and processing and trusting and learning to trust my intuition as far as what resonated with me and what did not. So that's essentially it. Am I making this video to encourage anybody to stop reading books? Absolutely not. You should know what resonates with you to do. And essentially, I think what I'm getting at as far as the moral of this story is that whatever you decide to do, it's important that you learn to trust your own inner voice. I'm sure many of you who are watching this can, like I said earlier, you can resonate with the fact that from a young age, regardless of the different, way that your parents or whomever raised you, conditioned you to believe, it's still there, right? And so, as we grow up, we are many times forced to feel and grow and believe a certain way. So whatever you decide to do in everything that you do and everything that you consume, you want to filter it through the lines of, does this resonate with me? Is this something that I'm taking in and accepting because it's just something that I feel like I need to follow? Or is this genuinely something that resonates with my spirit? Does this make sense to me? Is it making sense, or am I just basically being a follower? So that is it. Hopefully you got something from it. I will make more videos, and it won't necessarily be something along these lines, but stay tuned. If you did find any value in this video, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you think someone else can appreciate this video, share it on social media or wherever you would like. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.